There's a moment in every man's life when he finally understands that not all affection is love, and not all interest is meant to last. Some women step into your life with fire in their eyes, only to vanish when the flame of excitement fades. Others arrive quietly, yet stay in ways that reshape your world. The real challenge isn't winning a woman's heart, it's learning to see the difference between a woman who loves you deeply and a woman who only loves the way you make her feel. Most men learn this the hard way. They chase attention, mistake curiosity for connection, and confuse emotional highs with emotional truth. But a man who lives with clarity, a Stoic man, learns to read the signals that reveal a woman's true intentions. Because once you understand how women love, you stop falling for illusions. And start choosing truth. Welcome to the channel, Stoic Love Wisdom. This is where lessons about love will help you better understand this complex emotion. In today's video, we will learn together about women's psychology when they truly love and when they are just interested. These are things that can change the way you perceive love in life. Be prepared because the secrets and insights you are about to discover may make you look back at yourself and the relationships around you. Before starting, find a quiet space, put on your headphones and relax. Let your mind completely immerse in these shares and enjoy every wonderful moment. Are you ready to discover new things about love? Let's start this journey with us right now. The psychology of women, when she loves deeply versus when she's only interested. The man who has seen enough. I have lived long enough, and loved long enough, to understand one truth that most men learn too late: a woman's heart is not a puzzle, but a mirror. It reflects the man before her. It reflects the connection she feels. And more importantly, it reflects the truth of what she actually wants. Over the years, I've watched men fool themselves with fantasies, misread signals, and chase illusions disguised as affection. And I've watched women, often silently, reveal everything a man needed to know, yet he didn't see it. There is a world of difference between a woman who loves you deeply and a woman who is only interested, curious, or amused by you. Most men confuse the two. Most men see attention and assume affection. They see excitement and assume love. They see validation and assume commitment. But a Stoic man, a man who has trained himself to master his desires instead of being ruled by them, learns to differentiate signals of real emotional investment from the noise of superficial interest. Today, I'm going to speak to you like an older brother would. A man who has been wounded, healed, hardened, and softened again by life. A man who has seen the quiet truths that people don't say out loud. So listen closely. This is the psychology of women when they love with their whole heart. And when they only love the attention. Part 1. When a woman loves deeply, the quiet power of true commitment. When a woman loves you with sincerity, her behavior becomes consistent, aligned, and grounded. Real love is not chaotic. It is not erratic. It is not a roller coaster. Real love has a rhythm, calm, steady, and unmistakably loyal. Below are the defining signs of genuine emotional investment. 1. Her priorities shift, naturally, not dramatically. A woman who loves deeply doesn't chase you. She includes you. Not because she's desperate, but because you've become an important piece of her emotional world. When she loves authentically, she makes space for you in her schedule. She remembers what you say. She checks in, not out of obligation, but out of care. She places you in her long-term vision, subtly, not forcefully. She doesn't demand time. She creates it. That is the difference. A woman who is only interested keeps you on rotation. A woman who loves you makes room for you without being asked. 2. Her vulnerability appears, slowly but surely. Women do not open their souls to men they don't trust. A woman in love lets you see her softer side. Shares her fears. asks for your perspective, allows you to comfort her, and lets down defenses she once guarded fiercely. Love, for a woman, is a form of surrender. Not the surrender of power, but the surrender of fear. A woman who truly loves you reveals her inner world, not just her outer beauty. 3. Her actions align with her words. A woman's genuine love is expressed through congruence. She says what she means. She means what she says. And you feel the alignment between her speech, her tone, and her energy. If she says she cares, her actions reflect it. If she says she wants to see you, she shows up. If she says she supports you, she proves it. Real love is not confusing. Interest confuses you. Love clarifies you. When a woman is truly invested, there is no hot and cold behavior. No guessing games. No mixed signals. There is steadiness. 4. She adopts a weak mindset. This is one of the strongest indicators of true love. A woman who loves you doesn't just think about you or herself. She thinks about us. Not in a possessive way. Not in a dreamland fantasy. But in a grounded, practical, natural way. What should we eat? Where should we go? How will we handle this? What's good for us long term? Small words carry big truths. Interest focuses on the moment. Love focuses on the future. 5. She wants emotional intimacy more than physical intimacy. This is where most men misunderstand women. A woman who is only interested may enjoy physical excitement, attention, affection, flirting. But it feels surface level. A woman who loves deeply wants emotional depth, meaningful conversations, silent understanding, shared experiences, the feeling of being seen and known, the connection behind the touch, not just the touch itself. The more she loves, the more she values closeness, not just physicality. And here's the truth. When a woman loves you deeply, physical intimacy becomes a form of emotional expression, not a transaction of pleasure. 6. She supports your growth, even when it doesn't benefit her. A woman who loves deeply wants you to become the strongest version of yourself. Not because she wants to control you, but because she believes in what you can become. She supports your goals. She challenges your weaknesses. She encourages your discipline. She respects your path. She wants to see you win. Not for her, but with her. Interest is selfish. Love is supportive. 7. She stays through discomfort, not through disrespect. A woman who loves deeply will stay through misunderstandings, emotional storms, insecurities, temporary distance, life challenges, moments of confusion. But she will not tolerate disrespect, betrayal, abuse, lies, inconsistency. A man who won't take responsibility. A woman's love is patient, but not blind. A woman's heart is strong, but not foolish. When a woman loves you, she may argue with you, challenge you, push you. But she never leaves without trying to understand. Love is not only about happy moments, but also about challenges that help us realize our inner strength. It is through difficulties that we learn patience, tolerance, and how to love without losing ourselves. This is also the reason why I share stories here, so that you can find calmness and wisdom in your journey of love. If you feel these words touch you, please take a second to click like to spread this message. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click subscribe with the notification bell, to always be the first to receive new shares. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Share your feelings or a lesson you learned after listening to this story. Each line you share is a way for us to connect and accompany each other. Now, get ready, because the next part will bring you even deeper insights. Part 2. When she is only interested, the psychology of curiosity, excitement, and convenience. Interest is not love. Curiosity is not commitment. Excitement is not emotional investment. Women, like men, can enjoy attention without wanting anything deeper. Here's what superficial interest looks like. 1. Her attention is inconsistent. She is warm one day, and cold the next. Engaged today, distant tomorrow. She gives just enough to keep you from leaving, but never enough to make you feel secure. Interest is unstable because it is based on emotion, not attachment. If her mood dictates her connection to you, she's not invested, she's entertained. 2. She enjoys the chase, but not the connection. Some women love the thrill, the tension, the validation, the excitement, the anticipation, the dance of attention. But once things become real, once emotional intimacy is required, the interest fades. She likes the feeling of being wanted, not the reality of committing. This is why some women become distant when you get too close. Not because you did something wrong, but because they were only there for the first part of the story. 3. She invests emotionally only when it benefits her. A woman who is merely interested will give affection selectively. Usually when she wants something. She may flirt when she's bored, text when she's lonely, or show affection when she needs validation. But when life is good, she disappears. Her interest is conditional. Her involvement depends on her needs, not yours. Love gives. Interest takes. 4. She avoids depth, preferring surface-level chemistry. A woman who's only intrigued by you avoids deep conversations, emotional vulnerability, future plans, serious topics, anything that requires accountability. She keeps things light, fun, playful, and temporary. If you try to go deeper, she changes the topic or withdraws. That's not rejection. That's emotional self-protection. Or emotional disinterest. 5. She doesn't include you in her life, only in her moments. She shares fragments, not her world. A woman who is merely interested doesn't introduce you to important people, doesn't reveal her deeper fears or dreams, doesn't invite you into meaningful parts of her life, doesn't commit to routines or patterns with you. You are a temporary experience, not a long-term presence. 6. Her energy is reaction-based. She responds only when she feels like it. She's bored. She wants attention. Someone else disappointed her. You suddenly pull away. Her emotional involvement is driven by circumstance, not connection. In other words, she is invested in how you make her feel, not in who you are. 7. She leaves easily, because she was never rooted. A woman who is only interested doesn't fight for the connection. When misunderstandings arise, she withdraws. When conflict appears, she goes silent. When you disagree, she distances herself. She doesn't stay, because she was never committed. You cannot lose a woman who loves you, but you cannot keep a woman who was only passing by. At this point, you may have seen yourself in the stories above, sometimes weak, sometimes strong, and sometimes not knowing what to do in love. But it is those moments that make us real and worthy of respect. If you feel the same, please click like to let me know you are here, accompanying me. And if you haven't clicked subscribe yet, don't hesitate, because every day I will share more stories and new lessons, to help you have a calmer view of love. Now, let's move on to the final part, where we will touch on deeper things. Part 3. The Stoic Man's Approach, emotional clarity over emotional chaos. As men, we often confuse connection with compatibility, and desire with devotion. A Stoic man, however, knows better. He does not chase validation. He does not cling to fantasy. He does not force affection. He does not mistake attention for love. The Stoic man observes her behavior without projecting meaning onto it. He watches patterns, not promises. He respects signals, not illusions. And most importantly, he remains grounded in reason, not swept away by emotion. Here's how a Stoic man interprets the difference. 1. He chooses presence over pursuit. A woman who loves you will meet you halfway. A woman who doesn't will make you chase her. A Stoic man refuses the chase. He offers presence, and sees how she responds. If she mirrors him, she values him. If she doesn't, he walks away. 2. He recognizes that love requires effort, but not force. Genuine connection takes work. But it should never feel like a battle for her attention. Interest requires pressure. Love requires patience. A Stoic man knows that if he is constantly trying to win her over, she is already emotionally unavailable. 3. He accepts reality without resistance. Stoicism teaches us to let reality speak for itself. If she loves you, you'll feel it. If she doesn't, you'll feel that too. The Stoic man doesn't try to interpret silence as a sign, or justify inconsistent behavior, or bend his values to keep someone who isn't choosing him. He accepts reality, even when it hurts. Because truth is always more liberating than illusion. 4. He prioritizes self-mastery over emotional chaos. A Stoic man knows this truth. You cannot control her actions. You can only control your response. If she is inconsistent, he stays consistent. If she is confused, he stays grounded. If she is uncertain, he stays clear. If she plays games, he opts out. His emotional equilibrium does not depend on her behavior. 5. He knows that real love is mutual effort, not one-sided sacrifice. Love that must be forced will collapse. Love that is mutual will grow naturally. A Stoic man only builds with women who show up consistently, communicate honestly, love deeply, invest emotionally, respect his boundaries, grow alongside him, choose him without hesitation. He does not settle for anything less. Part 4. The ultimate truth. Women love with their heart, not their words. A woman can tell you anything, but she shows you everything through her actions. In summary, when she loves deeply, she is consistent. She opens up emotionally. She makes time. She supports your growth. She strengthens the connection. She invests in the future. She chooses you, not just the feeling of you. When she's only interested, she is inconsistent. She avoids emotional depth. She likes attention, not connection. She gives the bare minimum. She disappears when things get real. She invests only when she benefits. She leaves without looking back. Love reveals itself. Interest disguises itself. Truth separates the two. A Stoic man does not fear the difference. He respects it. Because once you understand this distinction, you will never again waste your time on someone who only enjoys your presence, while ignoring your value. And the moment you stop settling for interest, you begin to attract love. Real love. Deep love. Reciprocal love. The kind of love that does not excite you for a moment, but strengthens you for a lifetime. Conclusion. In the end, understanding the difference between a woman who loves deeply and a woman who is merely interested is not about judgment, it is about clarity. A man who has lived long enough eventually realizes that the heart speaks through behavior long before it speaks through words. And a Stoic man learns to observe that behavior without letting desire distort the truth. A woman who loves with her whole heart does not leave you confused. She does not make you question your worth, nor does she disappear when things become real. Instead, her presence becomes steady, her energy becomes supportive, and her intentions become transparent. She lets you see her vulnerability, she meets you halfway, and she chooses you in ways that require no translation. Real love, from a real woman, is quiet but unmistakable. On the other hand, a woman who is simply intrigued by your presence gives you moments, not meaning. She offers excitement, not stability. She enjoys the attention, not the connection. And when the emotional weight becomes too heavy, she steps back, because she was never rooted to begin with. Her energy is inconsistent because her commitment was never there. The Stoic approach is simple. Do not chase what is unclear. Do not cling to what is unstable. Do not build your future on temporary emotion. A man must learn to separate affection from attachment, chemistry from commitment, and interest from intention. When you understand this difference, you protect your peace, preserve your dignity, and choose relationships that elevate rather than drain you. Because the truth is timeless. A woman who loves deeply stays with you through truth. A woman who doesn't will leave you for comfort. And a wise man knows the difference. Thank you for watching the whole video. I hope that today's sharing about love will bring you new perspectives and help you gain valuable lessons. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share it with your loved ones. I am very grateful for your companionship, and hope that each video will help you get closer to a happy and lasting love. See you in the next videos. Wish you a wonderful and inspired day.